Hey, what's going down, people? What it is, what it was, and what it's gonna be. I'm Kadar, the DJ, your host, and we coming with part 2 of the Uncommon Sense show. This show is about my main man, Kevin Samuels, and there's so many things that we could say about this, and we kind of just, we go off on what we go off on. I'm waiting on this Canadian whiskey to kick in, but right now I'm feeling kind of mellow because I'm a cool type of fellow. That was a freestyle. Well, it wasn't my own lyrics, but you know how it is. I'm put this code in for Mika, and I'm gonna send it over to John. Can you dig that? Huh? That wasn't my own lyrics. I didn't put those lyrics out there. I can't remember who made that song. 9. And they ain't sent my fucking elephant ears yet. I'm waiting on them to come in the mail so I can throw them shits in the ground. Okay, let me send the code to John. Did you have supper? Or no? Huh? Oh. All right. We're getting it cracking up in here tonight, I don't know about this Canadian whiskey shit. I'm more partial to Irish whiskey, I got Irish blood, so yeah, I got some right here. I ain't never been to Canada, so I don't know how they get down over there. But I mean, it do what it's supposed to do. It just don't feel real. I mean, it feel like it's, you know what I'm saying? It don't feel real. I gotta get some crown in this motherfucker so I can catch the vibe and feel the funk. You dig? Huh? Oh. Make a ding. What's happening? Hey, welcome back.
I'm back.
Look, okay, this is the thing. Okay. I think Johnny back in the building. What's up, bro?
What up?
I think there's okay. I kind of want to stay on course with this too, but it still kind of goes full circle what we was just talking about. Kevin Samuels was very, very controversial. Okay. A lot of shit that he said, I agree with. Okay.
He made a lot of, Kevin Samuels made a lot of good points and he made a lot of value points, but he also, what I think like what a lot of women didn't like or didn't like, I think what a lot of people, period, I ain't gonna say women because there's a lot of men that disagree too. They didn't like the fact that he felt like people weren't able to change. Like he felt like if you build your life this way for so many amount of years, you couldn't change. Like people change, and he felt like because you had this going on that you had to stick with this. If you was this at this age and you wasn't married, or you was at this age and you didn't have kids, or you was at this age and you weren't making this dollar figure, that you had to stick in that bracket of people, that you couldn't get nobody else outside that bracket. And that's not true. I disagree with that totally, because you can't tell me because I got 4 kids and I'm 43 years old that I can't get nobody of I can't
Hold on, man.
give me a high value man, because yes, I can. You
Does it so go ahead.
No, go ahead, John. You got it.
So I don't want to keep speaking for him. Well, I guess he's dead, so I guess he can't speak. Well, anyway, but so this is what I took from his show. And I used to watch the show a lot, and I was a big fan of the guy. Mm-hmm. My understanding of what he was saying, and even if this ain't what he was saying, this is what I'm saying. A person can't go and do whatever they want, and then say, well, I can now go. Okay, case in point, my dream job, what I always wanted to do was be in the military. Mm-hmm. And I always wanted to be a medic in the military. So I couldn't go and have something on my record that would preclude me from being in the military, right? So although you can,
you froze up, bro. You got to say that again.
Okay. So even if I can say that that I want to join the military and I want to be a medic, cool. But if I don't score high enough on the test to be a Army test to be a medic, I can't get that job. That doesn't mean I can't get any job. It means I can't get that medic job. Right. So what he was essentially saying was, no, just because you got kids and just because you're not somebody's overweight and just because somebody is not educated, just because whatever, he's not saying you can't get any man. What he was saying is that the likelihood of you being able to get a high value man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I say. You can't tell me that that knocks me out the running from getting a high value man, because it don't knock me out the running from getting a high value man. It could still be a high value man that would like it. I mean, and I just want several high value men that would appreciate me and like me and understand. I mean, everybody not gonna take your past. Your past don't determine your future. So you can't say that's not true.
How are we defining high value? Because that's important.
Yeah, let's get that clear. Let's get that on the table.
I mean, what his definition of a high value man was what? Somebody that was making six
figures.
All
right, so you have to make over 6 figures for
right,
more than 3 years. You gotta have influence.
Right, yeah. Right. So so I'm going off of that, but that's what I'm saying. You can't say that that's the case, that you can't find a man that because of you got this going on that you can't go out and find somebody. You don't have to stick with a certain type of man. You can't say who will like me and who won't like me. You can't tell me that. Because that's your opinion. That's your opinion. And everybody's entitled to that opinion, but that's not factual.
I think it may not be factual, but if we talk about, okay, I equate it to probability and possibility. I think what a lot of women focus on is the possibility compared to the probability. Because It can happen. It can. It could be some fluke shit. You could be at fucking the Taste somewhere, and then some millionaire comes up and you over there and he sees you and he's like, oh, I want to marry you. I want to be with you. But to me, what Kevin Samuels was doing was really setting things down to ground zero. Because like what you just said, he can't tell me what I can and can't get. Okay, fine. He can't tell you that. But to me, the way I look at it is this. A person that really cares, see, that's the benefits of family. Okay? Because family is always going to tell you what you need to hear, but your friends will tell you what you want to hear. Now, my thing is I'm going to gravitate to family solely because of that. Now, I may not want to hear it, but it's something I need to hear that can help me out. Now, it's just like with me saying, okay, it's just like, okay, when I was finna get out the service, right? Because Johnny was just talking about the service. I told my mother, I said, I want to be a barber. And she told me, she said, ain't nobody getting their hair cut out here. Everybody getting braids. That alone let me know. I didn't want to hear it because I was hell-bent on being a barber. Okay? But then when I heard that, she's back here. I'm in Hawaii. So I don't know what's going on in Chicago. But when she told me that, it set it in perspective for me. Maybe I need to change my focus, you know what I'm saying, as to what I'm going to do to make ends meet. So it's essentially the same thing. That's the benefit of family. That's the benefit of a Kevin Samuels. People that'll come out instead of selling you a dream and say, oh, that's like, okay, I use myself as an example. Okay, I'm a Halle Berry fan. I'm a Lisa Ray fan. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Lisa Ray, I go down the line. Down the line. I want Lisa Ray. Wait. I have to me, the ignorance to think that I can get Lisa Ray. I cannot. I know I
Why
can.
you say you can't? Why you
I'll tell
say
you
you
why I
can't get Lisa Ray?
I'll tell you why I can't get Lisa Ray. Now, at best, if I'm in the same proximity as Lisa Ray, for one, well, prior to me being married, but if I'm in the same proximity as Lisa Ray, okay, she's a whole different category of women that I'm not used to. Okay. Now I have to look myself in the mirror. I'm like, okay, I look all right. I'm all right looking dude. You know, okay.
On some player shit.
Okay. Right. But she marrying princes. You know what I'm saying? She married a prince.
But
She a
at
whole
the
princess.
I mean,
but see
just
at
look at it for what it is. I'm just saying, look at it for what it is. This is the facts. We ain't talking about no speculation bullshit. Okay.
But see that's the thing. That's how society got it set up, that you feel like that you not good enough for this person. That's not true. And in reality, if you look at it in reality, because I get what Sam you was saying, like I'm gonna be the one to tell you, hey, this is most likely not gonna happen for you. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of his, and I didn't really like listen to all his shows.
Mm-hmm.
But he did have some good point of view. I did, you know what I'm saying? I did like what he was saying. I like how he was putting the relationships into perspective and giving people, you know what I'm saying, an understanding of why they going through what they going through, or not being as successful in relationships as they think that they should be.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like the fact that he would say that he would like put them down and stuff, because you done gave me the tools to what I need the tools to use, and you gave me the outlook of what I may need to change. I can change that about myself, and I can put myself back in the running.
But some mistakes
So
you
you
just
can do the same thing
from.
too.
Right.
Why is that? Why you can't come back? What mistakes? Why is that? Why you say that? Why you can't come back
Okay.
with some mistakes?
So like imagine if I'm 18, this is seven. When did I join? I joined at 17. So 17-year-old Johnny goes and I get a tattoo on my face. My military career is over. There's no coming back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? You can get that lasered off.
Huh?
You get that lasered off.
I know, right? That was just about to say. Back then, I don't know if laser was a thing back then. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. I don't remember. I'm going to say that
it was a thing. Most people just didn't know about it. It's always been there. You just didn't know about it. But it's always been there. I wasn't aware of that.
But let's just say it wasn't a thing, or matter of fact, we just use something else. Case in point, okay, I have a baby. I have a child. When I joined the military, that sets my career off completely. Like even if a woman, a girl, it happens all the time. Girls, Sergeant Strapper want to join, cool. We gonna join. You get up to MEPS, hey, you pregnant. Yeah, but I can still blah blah blah. No, you're not understanding. Yeah. You cannot join. Like fuck this ain't got nothing to do with what you want to do. You have my dreams. I understand that. You cannot join. The military is not just gonna let you give your baby up. You can't do that. Right. So you have to wait.
Wait, is that a rule that they stopped? Because when my mom tried to join, and I'm just saying, because see, like I'm saying, like I get what you're saying, you can't do, but it's ways that if you go about, you just have to go through the necessary steps of doing stuff. Because when my mom wanted to join the Army, when she after my oldest brother was born, they told her that in order for her to join, she had to give her rights over to my grandmother, and she didn't want to do that. So is that something that they stopped?
No, you're right. So if she wants to do, if you want to join, you're a child or something.
Right.
Excuse me, you're not a child. You have a child. You would have to give up the rights.
You're right. Right.
But so that goes back to everything is about compromising decisions. Now you got, do I want this career, or do I want this person to have a?
This man. Exactly. So that's what it goes through. You got it exactly, but that doesn't knock you out the running. You just have to compromise. He made it feel like as if you just had to stick with these. Like you 34, you got 2 kids. You got to stick with this group. You can't come over here to this group. You got to stay in this group. I don't agree with that. I can't see that.
I do. I do.
I do
I,
too.
I don't agree. I don't agree with
I
that.
totally
I can't.
agree.
I just can't. You can't tell me I got to stay in this group. I
I'm
got to
not-
stay in this group because at the end of the day, my kids gonna grow up. My kids gonna get grown and go on about their business. But I can't be punished because I got kids.
No,
I had
no.
a life. I can't be
It's not
punished
about
because I had a life this way. That don't work
Uh-uh.
like that.
It's not about punishing anybody, as far from what I gather from it. It's about just setting things in perspective. It's not that, like I say, you can meet $1 million dude on the street tomorrow. That is probable or possible. Possible. That's the word I'm looking for. Because anything is possible. But when we come down to probabilities, okay, now there's plenty of guys that may not be making that million that are nice guys. Okay, so this was a subliminal that I got from a lot of Kevin Samuels because he didn't really put emphasis on, the guys that's making less than 100K up until right before he passed. Okay, that's what I put. No, hold on, that's why I put emphasis on that because I'm one of those guys. Okay, so there's more of us than it is guys, and he would always be a stats person. He would always say, okay, there's, for example, I don't know what the quote was, but say 9% of Black men that made over 100K countrywide. Okay, 9%. All right. So now every woman wants that same type of man that makes this amount of money. So all of these women are going to compete for them and just step right over the guys that are making less than 100K. Now, granted, yeah, you could be the one that he gets. Okay. But again, he's a man. Now, either whether you choose the man that makes 30K or 300K, there's still certain things that man is going to require. And most men are pretty basic in this aspect. We want sex, we want food. Those are two things that'll get you in the door. Those are two things that have to be done that's going to get you in the door for either man. Now, if you want to be, see, the thing is, you talked about compromise. If you're the type of chick that I cook when I feel like it, I have sex when I feel like it, you're gonna have problems with either one of those men. Because either we talk, you brought up like a dude will get like the trophy chick and cheat with a basically ugly chick. That's why. Because the ugly chick is giving him sex when he wants it and giving him food when he wants it. And probably not even the food.
Okay? See, I beg to differ on that because I've seen these situations. And I've seen the opposite different of what you're saying. Case in point rather. This girl we grew up with. Her name, I'm not gonna say her name because people watch the show. But anyway, this girl we grew up with. To the guys that was that we hung out with, that we kicked it with, that we used to think like highly of, thinking, oh, this the one, you know what I'm saying? He got this, he got that going on. They didn't look at this female like that. They thought, oh, she was ugly, she was skinny, she was this, she was that, woo out the bam. The meat store that's on Lake Street. It's on Lake Street. It's down there about, it's like, I think right before Ashland, right after Ashland. The owner, she walked in that store, and the owner of that store, that the person that owns the store, not manager running, but the actual owner of the store, he seen her. He took her and he made a woman, a decent looking female out of her. I'm talking about he put her in a nice house. He gave her a nice car. He gave her a bank account. Now, grant you, she had a kid and was pregnant with another baby. Okay. 2 different baby daddies. But he took that woman.
She was pregnant when he met her?
She was pregnant when he met her. She was pregnant.
Wow.
He took her, and this is why I'm telling you, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I've seen this happen. Took her, like I said, he put her in the house. He put her in a condo up north, on the north side off of Sheridan Road. He put her up there.
Okay.
He gave her a car, gave her a bank account. He pulled her son out of public school and paid for her son to go to private school.
Mm.
He took care of her when her baby was born. He bought everything for her baby. He put her in he put her baby in a nice daycare, put her baby in a nice school. To this day, and listen, they not together, but it's not because of him. They not together. It's not because of him. I will say it's because of her that they are not together.
What does that mean?
She was young and didn't know how to deal with an individual of that aptitude.
Wait. What did you just say? I didn't hear that. What's the last part?
She didn't know how to deal with a man of that aptitude. I can say that. She did.
Okay.
She didn't know how to deal with a man like that. But he didn't know that at first.
Mm-hmm.
So like I say, you don't have to what y'all say, what was the S word y'all said? But you can't be, you ain't gotta say you compatible though. You got to understand if you're compatible for this person. You can meet and get with anybody. It's just a part of being compatible with this person.
Okay.
She wasn't ready, didn't know how to, and like I say, she was young. Yeah, she was young. You know what I'm saying? But he saw something in her that didn't nobody else see in her, and he liked that about her, and he took care of her, and he didn't require that he didn't give her no rules. He still allowed her to run the streets like she wanted to. Anytime she wanted to run the streets, he stayed at home when he would get off of work, or he come in town, or whatever he doing when he take care of his business, whatever, because he had a meat market here. He also got a couple of meat markets he had somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So he would go on his meetings and stuff. So when he would come back to the house, he would get her kids. He still made sure her kids had everything. Even to this day, her daughter graduated in 2019 from high school. He paid for everything. So he is still actively in her life, still actively whatever she needs or won't or ask for anything. He's still actively making sure he's taking care of her and everything. So it all depends on you and how, when you get in that situation, when you find someone like that, how you handle it. But you can't say that she could be you can't be in the running of it, that she could, because who'd have thought, like I say, the guys that she was looking at, and the reason why she didn't know how to deal with a man of aptitude, because that wasn't who she wanted. It wasn't, even though he had the money and everything like that, like, you know what I'm saying, he was setting everything, that wasn't who she wanted. She wanted, roughneck or whatever type of guy, whatever. But the thing was, he did everything for her. She didn't want for nothing.
How many times
after she met him, she didn't want for nothing.
How many times have you seen something even closely match what dude did for her?
Exactly.
I've seen it. I've seen it several times. She wasn't the only one, and I've seen it. And I've seen it I've seen it in all kinds. I've seen it with same nationality in a racial relationship. I've seen it several times. I actually went to school, computer learning center, with a guy that was didn't nobody want, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the nicest looking dude. He wasn't this, he wasn't that. But his woman that was crazy as hell about him, she was what y'all would consider a Halle Berry or Beyonce. She came from money. She came from money. Her father took care of her. She was poor. She had everything. She drove the nicest cars, had a nice house. He was just a basic average dude, but she fell in love with him because she fell in love with him. She liked what he had to offer, and she liked how he conversated and how he treated her, and she fell in love with him. And they, to my point, they still together, because I think they ended up getting married. Yeah, I think they ended up getting married and everything, because he ended up getting his job, his career in computer science or something like that. So yeah.
You're saying that that's common?
I ain't saying it's common, but I'm saying it's possible.
That's all.
I'm saying that it's common, but it's possible. I'm just saying, don't take the person out the runner. Don't say because this is this, that they got the, you know what I'm saying, you got this, you done did this, so you can't be in the runner. You can. It's possible.
It's possible for somebody to have a job. It's possible for you to have a job. And okay. it's possible for you to be a quadrillionaire and never finish college. Zuckerberg didn't finish college. Gates didn't finish college. It's possible for you to be a gajillionaire. The likelihood of that happening without you furthering your education is so slim. Would you really advise like your child, like, hey man, you don't really need to go to college because it's possible that you could be building the next iPhone 60? No, we talk like he said. We talk about probability.
Yeah, but Samuels, cut the light back on. Yeah, but Samuels was really out there telling women, no, you ain't gonna get this man. You got, like, he literally was telling them no. Y'all can't say he was. He was literally telling them like they couldn't do it. And then if they tried to remotely say something back to him that he disagreed with or whatever, he hung up on them. Like if they told him like you can't, like I can't have this, he would hang up on them. He had the shows I seen.
Okay.
Like the one where he told that lady she was 32 years old, she had 2 kids. She told him she was Sullivan. She was being Sullivan until she found the right man. He completely shut that lady down, told that lady like, what you doing that for? That's the wrong thing to do.
Agree.
You giving,
yes.
you holding on.
I agree.
That's not true.
Listen, you're talking to two men.
Let me tell you.
That's not true. But see, that's the thing. That's not true. She can change. She don't have to keep being out here giving her body away if she chooses to hold on now. She made mistakes. Now she realized that she don't.
We sit here talking. Kennard, go ahead. This is your show. Go ahead, Kennard.
Okay, you want me to go? I'll go.
Please.
Let me explain it to you, Mika. Okay. We talked earlier. I said there's 2 things that every man wants, whether he's high value or doesn't make a lot of money. 2 things that a man wants to keep a man interest is sex and food. Those 2 things that he expects from the woman he's with. Okay. Now she's over here on she had a kid. This chick had a kid.
She had 2 kids.
She had 2 kids, right. Now you want to play the celibate role. See, that's some okie doke shit. Now, you're going to tell me, let me tell you, if you're going to play the celibate role, then you got to be a hell of a fucking chef with 2 kids. Straight up. Because that's what we interested in. Now,
but she didn't say that she wasn't gonna give it up, and she didn't say that she was celibate until she got married. She said she was celibate until she found the right man. The one that she felt the one that she felt that she would give it up to. She didn't say how long she had to be with that individual.
Say something.
She said she was just celibate.
But that's what I'm saying. So she never said till I get married. She never said how long she had to be. She like, I'm celibate till I find the right person.
Right. Okay.
What if I say I'm a man?
He completely shut her down, and that was wrong because he made it seem like that. Oh, you washed up now that coochie got that. I mean, that may be true, but that don't mean that she can't find somebody else worthy of it.
Let me tell you, don't no man want that. Don't no man want her.
Crazy, like. Okay, it's something. Don't say that. Cause look at what's the name? Megan Good and her husband.
No, I'm talking about that lady right there. No man wants her because this chick is talking about. Think about it from a man's perspective. She don't want to have sex no more because she had 2 baby daddies. And all these niggas ain't shit, and they be out here treating like trash. All these niggas ain't shit. So now the good guy, which will be me, comes along. By your own words, I'm the best nigga that you ever had, but I'm not worthy to get the cookie. What the fuck? Oh hell no. So you are.
She said that she said she found the right guy.
But wait,
what's the right guy? What do you think the right guy?
There you go. What's the right guy?
Whatever she was looking for. Whatever she was looking for in the man. I can't say what was the right guy for her because her taste in men may not be my taste in men. But I'm sure if she telling you that you're the best thing that ever happened to me, I'm sure she gonna give you the cookies. She just stopped just giving up the cookies to any and everybody that she met.
Let me tell you,
she learned to stop doing that. So she became Sullivan. Okay, I'm gonna take my time and find the right person. And when I feel I'm comfortable with it, he made her seem like she just couldn't do that. Like she just was so wrong and so everything for just holding out.
Yes, she's wrong.
She's very wrong.
Ain't no
What's the problem?
None.
No.
Ain't no virgins out.
No, she didn't say she was a virgin. She didn't say she was a virgin. She just said she chose to be celibate. She chose to be born again. She chose to be celibate.
Every ground that you have. Every ground that you have. You're gonna cut the sex off because he ain't the one. See, this is what you see. The thing is, relationships is about a give.
What's wrong? Wait, let me ask you this. What's wrong if say you not married. Okay, say case what you weren't married.
Okay.
You meet a girl and and y'all talk and she not the one for you. You got the right to say, no, I don't want to give you none of my stuff. Yeah. What's wrong with her saying that? What was wrong with her saying that?
It's a lot wrong with that because
because she never said that she wasn't going to accept his stuff. She never said she wasn't going to accept his stuff.
Men do not think that way. If men have invested time in you, they're gonna find a purpose for you until y'all stop communication. That's the facts. Okay. Whether it's we just fucking.
So you mean to tell me you never met a girl and after having a conversation with the girl and saying, no, this ain't what I want to, this ain't who I want to be with, or this ain't I don't want to talk. So you mean to tell me you actually have to get into a full-fledged relationship to realize that this ain't the person for you?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, so if she sat there and said that she was gonna stay celibate until she found the right one, that means she had to talk to the guys and realize, now you're not the one, but she didn't have to go jump in the bed with them.
Here's the problem with that. This is the problem that I see with that. I'm talking to a woman, and I'm telling you, at this point, especially at 40, I was like this when at 20 something. I don't like to play games. I don't like the bullshit. You're gonna know exactly where you stand with me. So if I'm telling you like, hey, I like you, we can kick it, all the rest of that stuff. What do you think about this? Hey, can we be in a relationship? Oh, stop. I don't know you well enough. We need to get to know each other, blah, blah, blah. There's no ambiguity, ain't no nothing like that. So you're gonna know everything up front. Now you still tell me, well, if you don't like relationships, well, what about sex? Well, we don't have to be in a relationship to have sex. Sex is a physical thing, all the rest of it. So now I'm telling you everything that you need to know about me. You make your decision up front because I'm telling you where you stand with me. Same with her. She said, oh, well, I don't want to be celibate until I find the right guy. Now that's her problem because she phrased it. First of all, she phrased it wrong. Also, it was a crazy thing. Ain't no guy gonna fall for that bullshit. But if she was a guy, she would have known she needed to phrase that in a way that's like, look, I'm not having sex with you right now. I'm not having sex until I find the right guy. And this is what it means to be the right guy. If you tell me exactly what the criteria is, now we working something. But if you just dangle it out there and whatever, and so you could just move that line back more and more and more and more, and I never know nothing about it, I don't want no part of that deal. I wouldn't sign up for a car like that. How much is the APR going to be? Hey, if you pay your car note on time, I'll get you a good rate. Oh, I'm not signing up for that, man. Let me know what I'm getting into.
But see, look, listen to what you said. You said if she tell you what this is what it's going to take to be a good man. Samuel's never let her get to that part. Samuel's completely said, when she said, I'm celibate, he said, you celibate? She said, see, this is why I say this is where the people, this is the problem I had. I can't speak fair about this problems I had. Okay. She said, I'm 32 years old, I have 2 kids, and I'm celibate. His follow-up was, you got how many baby daddies? She said, I got 2. He said, so you mean to tell me you celibate, 32, got 2 kids? He said, no, I'm not going for that shit. He like, it ain't no man gonna go for that. How he gonna speak for all men? Like
you're talking to me. No man going for that.
You can't speak. He gonna say, ain't no man gonna go for that. So when she tried to explain her reasons being, he hung up on her. He yelled at her and told her, it's just not gonna happen. Because she's like, well, how you gonna tell me it's just not gonna happen? And he hung up on her. He never let her get her whole piece out. That was wrong. That was wrong. Sorry.
Let me get this straight. Y'all would much rather just really hint on the possibility instead of going with
It's
probability. That's
it's not hinging on the it's not hinging on the possibility. It's the fact that it's not hinging on the possibility. It's the fact that you just automatically just count me out, just shut me down, just told me I can't. That's like somebody tell me I can't. You tell me, oh, you can't ride that bike for 3 blocks because you weigh this amount of money, you weigh this amount of weight. I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna ride that damn bike. Now, if I be tired afterwards, whatever, but I'm gonna get to that point. You can't tell me I can't get there because I can't.
Are these women wrong when they say they want dudes to make more than 100,000? Are they wrong for saying that?
Yeah, I don't, like I say, yes, I agree with that. I agree with what he's saying on there. Yes, some women do have, a lot of women do have that where you got to make this certain amount of money. But just like you said, from 21 to 28, you thought, oh, you had to be the fattest. You couldn't talk about it. But the older you get, the more mature you get, the more you date, you start to notice that, you start to pay attention. You start to notice that, okay, because this man making this amount of money don't mean that, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be happy. You start going for what's going to make you happy. You start understanding what you like, what you don't like, what you're going to put up with, what you're not going to put up with.
Kevin Samuels
So
never
that's
talked
not
about
true
just
that every man said that.
But Kevin Samuels wasn't talking about just fucking. He was only talking about people in committed relationships. And he specifically talking about you dropped the
he
$1
was
million.
talking about marriage, right? In relationships, and marriages. That's what I'm saying. Don't tell me I
all
can't
those
get
women who
married
talk to him,
a man making 6 figures because I'm not making 6 figures.
Right.
No,
so when
ahead.
he was talking to those women, he was asking them what type of man you looking for, meaning what type of man you trying to marry, not trying to fuck, but trying to marry. And they would say, oh, he has to be whatever the 6-figure dude. He got to be this tall. He has to live here. He has to look like this. That's what they would say. And then he would tell them, based off what you just told me, you don't qualify what you just said you wanted.
Because they don't. They don't.
But why they don't qualify? Why they don't qualify?
Look,
Because those men don't want them.
Okay, put this way. Put this way. If you was a millionaire, and you had a choice between Kodak Black and Denzel Washington, which one are you gonna take?
Good question.
In fact,
I'm going with Denzel because Denzel
Exactly.
is
That's
easy
my
on
point.
the ass. I'm going for he easy on the ass. Kodak Black ain't easy on the ass. I got to have somebody in the bed with me I can roll over with at night and look in the middle of the dark side. But that's just my preference. That doesn't mean that everybody gonna pick Denzel over Kodak Black. Because Kodak Black have some nice. Kodak Black have had some nice looking women.
And why does Kodak Black have women?
He paying for them. He a trick. He a trick. That's what that is.
That nigga ain't never.
I ain't gonna say that.
He ugly as shit.
Okay, Lil Wayne been ugly as hell, but why he got women? The women's they loved him. Right, but the women's loved him.
No, they don't.
They
love him because he's on TV.
No.
They love him because he's on TV.
No.
They love the money.
He done dogged some women. He done dogged some women's out. Kodak Black done dogged some women's out.
He paid for
so I mean,
come on now.
I done seen some ugly ass dudes. I done seen some ugly ass dudes dog out some fine ass women, and I ain't talking about celebrities. I'm talking about regular average dudes and dogged out some women's, and I done seen the women's. I mean, they was fine and they still got dogged out. I mean, and the niggas weren't paying for them, the girls was paying for them. It was like, I mean, I seen it all. I just can't say that. You just can't. I don't agree with that part. Now I agree with what he said. You know what I'm saying? Women's do. They have lost their understanding of I would say I ain't gonna say they job, but they role.
Exactly.
I do agree. Like I do agree that women's when it comes to your role as a man, I mean as a woman, and how you know what I'm saying you should carry on and act when it comes to your man. I agree with the stuff that he said about that, but I also agree with the stuff that he said. A lot of men done lost their role too because a lot of women act like they act because they in the bed with bitches and not niggas, not men.
But you know what? See, the problem is it's a lack of respect for.
Exactly.
But see, the thing is that okay, no matter what type of man he is, he's still a man, and no matter what type of woman she is, she's still a woman. So for us to go and say, oh well, she don't do this, so she a little girl. No, we don't do that. We don't play that game. We're gonna say that's a woman. Now, women, on the other hand, they're gonna play a little differently, and I think that's just petty and childish, but that's just my opinion.
No,
But
no.
hold on.
No. Wait, let me say this.
All right.
If we dating, now if we dating, and you around here and I'm doing what I'm supposed, I'm doing what my womanly duties, I'm fulfilling my womanly needs, and you still around here and you carrying on like a little boy and not like a grown man, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna get rid of you. And I'm not gonna tell you that when you ask me why I'm getting rid of you, I'm not gonna sit there and say, well, I just don't think it's working out. No, I'm gonna tell you, you acting like a look and be done with it. I'm just sorry. I ain't finna sugarcoat it. I'm finna tell you why I can't be with you.
But see, that's the thing is that,
and it ain't a lack of respect. It's called now. That's what you call I'm just being. This why I can't do this with you, because this is what you doing. You around here, I gotta tell you to pick up your clothes. I gotta tell you I gotta tell you what to eat, how to eat, and all that stuff. Man, come on, man, because you acting like you don't know what you're supposed to do. You coming to me, you asking me how to fill out this and how to do that. Then no, I can't be with you, and I'm not gonna sit there and say, oh, I just feel like this just not working out. Now, nigga, you acting like a little bitch. You want me to be your mom, and I'm not trying to